Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you. It is going to be on Crevasse. Beginning on Crevasse, I should say. It is a best of 3 in tonight's Open Arena tournament from ALT-Stracraft. HectIC and Maddie now going to be battling it out. They are the first semifinalists to be in the action. Battling it out is going to be a TvT as well. Who's Jibby? Jibby, you may have the wrong guy because I don't know who you are. That's always fun to get random notes. But Jibby, what the heck? No, that can't be right because... Yeah. Jibby, you are not registered for my tournament. Alright. HectIC is going to be our blue Terran. He is kicking it up here in the top right-hand corner. Is currently working on a little bit of a wall up. Does have a supply depot going down in pretty good time. Maddie does have his supply depot going down as well. Back here behind his mineral line is going to be tossing down his barracks. Both identical timings there for these guys thus far. Except looks like Maddie somehow pulled into the lead on his SCVs there for just a couple seconds ahead. Looks like 2 seconds ahead, which is not bad. Makes a little bit of a difference there, I guess. Not too bad of a deal, but looks like HectIC is going to be just fine for now. So standard openers thus far. We do have those barracks going down. They should be complete here momentarily. And I'm wondering where we're going to go start to see the the differences in these players' play style. That's always interesting to me, is how quickly we start to see people deviate from standard, or I guess not standard play, but from play that is similar. Because, I mean, they both could be doing the exact same thing and it'd be a completely unstandard build when it comes down to it. But notice that Maddie, doing some scouting here, is scouting in the incorrect direction, so that was kind of a sad little deal. Jibby. Don't know how to help you, brother. Oops. Posted in his name. That's funny. There we go. How's that? How's that for helping? Do you have a command center going down for HectIC very, very quickly? Maddie does have his one supply depot back here in the back already. He's gearing up for some drops. Oh, funny. Just in case, he's getting set up there fairly quickly, but he does have another supply depot going down. He's going to really gain map control of his base, at least, in pretty good style. Maddie is cruising out across the field with triple Marines right off the bat. Headed to their... Where is he going with these guys? There he goes. Okay, he's going to the right direction now. HectIC is cruising down here with his SCV. Looks like he scouted in the incorrect direction as well, but his command center here for his expansion is about to be completed very, very early there. I like this play from him if he's able to hold on to it. Notice what he's doing here behind this. It's completely gasless at this point, tossing down a bunch of racks. So he is definitely going to be committing to mass Marine for now and potentially just mass infantry as he moves into the mid and late games as well. So we'll see where he's going to transition into his gas units, though, and upgrades. So far, so good. He's just got Marines out on the field. Looks like Maddie can be cruising out here with a bunch of Marines. How many does he have total? My goodness. Not too bad. Looks like 9 so far and 2 more just now coming out behind. These guys are going to perform a little bit of harassment at the main door for HectIC. HectIC absolutely going to need his high ground advantage here. And here they come, scouted here fairly quickly. Maddie, though, with the Marine advantage. Looks like he is taking down quite a few. Couple reinforcements there coming very quickly for Maddie, or for HectIC rather. And looks like HectIC just barely holding on here. Nice little micro there, keeping this guy alive, and is going to have a couple more now at the ready to hold on, stave off this attack. He does have pretty solid production capability, so should be able to hold this off. Units lost going to show that Maddie is indeed slightly behind there on his pressure, but not by too much, so it's not like a game ender, but 3 Marines extra killed there by HectIC will make a difference as he moves forward. Maddie, in the meantime, is going to be working on his orbital command at his back pocket expansion. And we have movement now out across the field for HectIC, is also pulling an SCV that is nearly dead. 3 HP on this guy. See if he's going to try and toss down a bunker, but Matty is going to back out and play relatively defensively here for just a few moments. Looks like he is expecting the counterattack from HectIC. HectIC really did a great job there holding off. Nice little micro tricks there, keeping a couple of those Marines alive. Should be in pretty good shape. +1 infantry weapons now on the way for Matty, and that's the nice thing about his build, because he did get his gas out a little bit sooner. He is going to have those upgrades out a little bit faster as well. So HectIC does need to be careful. He does have a window of opportunity right now. There, Jibby just finally figured that out. That's funny. But there we go. Matty is going to be cruising forward. HectIC going to have to back out. Looks like he is going to start playing defensive here yet again, but he's got a lot of Marines at the ready. So Matty backing out here again as well. Looks like these both are going to transition into their solid 2-base play. Oh, wow. Factory going down here for Matty right away. I like this play. Should be in pretty good position. If he gets some tanks out on the field, notice he is supply blocked there for just a few moments, but that's all right. USAB going to show 39, now 40 SCVs to 36 of Matty. HectIC is slightly ahead there, and the econ is not a bad little deal. Did have a Marine holding the Zelnaga Tower for just a few moments. Uh-oh. Upgrades here about to kick in, though, for Matty, so HectIC does need to be careful. Well, it's interesting. Wendy and I were actually talking today a little bit about this, about these upgrades and how much more effective units can be with these upgrades, especially Marines with stim. Looks like both of these guys trading armies there. The stim not quite complete. I would have liked to have seen Matty back out there, kite as much as he possibly can, get up to the high ground, and try and engage when he did have that stim advantage, because a stim there would have absolutely obliterated his opponent's army. Right now, units lost going to be relatively even. HectIC slightly up behind now. It looks like it turned tables there just a little bit. And now Matty on the offensive again is going to be cruising out across the field with his Marines. Scan going down, I hear. I wonder where he scanned. I guess we missed it. That's okay, but HectIC does have pretty nice little defenses thus far. HectIC is also ahead in the supply count. That's partially because the units tab, he's got 2 extra SCVs and a great deal more Marines for now. Let's see how many it was. So, wow, 6 extra Marines. Not a bad little deal. Looks like Matty, however, is going to secure a 3rd base in very, very quick time there. Right before the 11-minute mark, that thing went down. And looks like HectIC is about to endure some harassment. Here comes an attack potentially from Matty. Nope, he scans here, wants to see what's going on, and looks like it is too much to deal with for now. So Matty going to back out, and HectIC going to take this opportunity to move out to the low ground. I assume he's going to be taking a base here as well in just a few moments. Back on that units tab, 52 for Matty on the SCVs, 52 for HectIC, so it's evened out there just a little bit. Salvaging the bunker there for HectIC, and looks like he's going to go for an attack. Could be a good little deal. Matty going to try and probably defend this command center, and that may be a good deal for him. He does have +1 complete as well as stim pack complete, and HectIC just completed those as well, but Matty's going to have +1 armor complete as well as some medevacs, so this is going to be a nice little position for Matty defensively, I think. The only thing that we can say for HectIC is he does outpace his opponent with the number of Marines. And so he may be able to take them out just by overrunning them. But notice he's going to be working on siege tech as well. No siege tank out on the field quite yet, but the siege tech will be ready. And here comes HectIC cruising out across this field. In the meantime, we do have Matty going for a little bit of a drop. Going to focus down this orbital command. Looks like HectIC going to take this opportunity to move in with his main force. Well, he does not have any defenses here to speak of, so we may turn ourselves into a base race type scenario. Here comes your main force, HectIC stimming and moving forward there, just obliterating Matty's army, and now has a very, very large force in position to go for this base race. He still has a supply advantage here. Now cruising up to the high ground, stimming again. Going to be taking out a lot of Marines as quickly as he possibly can. Matty stimming right back into his face, however. And the nice thing for Matty is he still has a lot of mining going on. He has pulled a lot of SCVs to try and hold this off. HectIC bringing a bunch of medevacs here to help out, but not going to quite be enough. And HectIC appears to be ready to lose game number 1. All because of Matty's drop to the natural there. That was really, really nicely done. And there's your GG for game number 1. We'll be going into game number 2 here momentarily. Don't know tab always on Starcraft. To catch you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. Game number 2 in this best of 3 semifinal between HectIC and Matty. Really, really great gameplay there. And game number 1, I'll tell you what, HectIC made a really nice push there, but oh man, that drop from Matty just making it happen. Very, very fun to watch. It is going to be game 2, however, which is going to put HectIC on his back foot here for just, or let's see, now I got confused. Who won game number 1? I just forgot. Did I seriously just confuse myself? Anyway, somebody tell me who won game number 1, because I have clearly forgotten. Let's see, who did I say host? I think it was Matty. So I think Matty lost. Yeah, it was Matty. I think. Okay, so game number 2, regardless, it is Matty kicking it over here in the bottom right-hand corner. He is our red Terran. HectIC, our blue Terran, he is currently opening with a supply depot. No gas for him quite yet, but Matty opening with a very early gas. Looks like he may go for either some Reaper play or maybe a 1-1-1 type build. Kid out on the live stream going to be making fun of me because I did indeed confuse myself. Oh man, how embarrassing. That's alright. We'll figure it out. They'll tell me after game. But your barracks going down here for Matty. Notice that HectIC did beat him to the punch there. He's got it going just a little bit quicker. It looks like he is going to go for it. I'm assuming at this point either a serious 1-1-1 all-in type build or some Reaper openers. I think either would be a decent play in this best of 3 scenario. Looks like that Rax going down for HectIC, kind of in a funny position. I wonder if he is going to try and go for some 2 racks pressure potentially and toss this guy down. Nope. Tech Lab, Reapers from HectIC. And Matty, let's see what he's going to be going for. Nope. No Reapers for Matty. What do you know? So he does have that early gas, no Reapers, but we do have Reapers from HectIC with no early gas. So your guess is as good as mine, ladies and gentlemen. But Reapers, regardless, going to be out on the field here in just a few moments. Supply depot, another supply depot going down here for HectIC. Sorry, I'm kind of eating some candy. I've got hiccups really bad for some reason. And eating sugar and candy actually helps that quite a bit, just so everybody knows. But double racks now going down, or a factory rather, so it is a 1-1-1 here for Matty. You can see his second gas going down, got that down before the 4-minute mark, maybe not quite fast enough if he's going to be going for the cloak, so probably don't expect to see cloak here from Matty. It's still in possibility, but definitely not expected at this point. But there goes your starport. In good time, and HectIC in the meantime is going to be securing his natural. Does have that sucker going down, ready to fly out when the moment comes. But still nothing quite yet. A couple Marines cruising around here. Looks like they do kill off an SCV. And your Reaper, not super effective. Wow. Interesting. Marine picking up 1 kill there very, very quickly. Here comes Reaper number 2. We'll see if Matty going to be in position to deal with this one. He actually got relatively lucky there on that first one. But here comes the Reaper. Looks like this guy going to pick up a couple kills, baby. 1 kill there. And bails. Bailiosis. Looks like Matty going to be... he knows exactly what his opponent's doing, even without scouting at this point. If he sees the Reapers, he knows what kind of opener he's going. Probably can guess that he's going to be tossing down some more barracks. Maybe doesn't know the timing of the command center there. It's something that he's going to need to scout. But all in all, he's got a pretty good read on what HectIC is doing. HectIC, on the other hand, has got great intel. And a couple dead Reapers as well. So great intel. Is going to cruise around here for just a moment. Looks like he is going to die. Too very bad. Would have liked to have seen him check that starport out. Let's just check and see if he has seen it. Oops. Wrong vision. Does not see it. So he needs to probably guess at this point. that his opponent is going up for a 1-1-1, but that's kind of difficult to guess. And Maddie's basically controlling the game at this point now with his 1-1-1. We do have that first Banshee coming out across the field. See what we're going to see. But HectIC now working on a factory here. Got a good bunch of Marines headed out onto the field. Bunker going down on the low ground, and this natural about to go down for HectIC. Looks like he is going to be beefing up his economy in a very big way. But here comes your Banshee. This Banshee going to pick up a lot of kills. There are no defenses here for HectIC to speak of. There's like one Marine. There he is right there. One Marine. We got a second Marine now out on the field. But this Banshee now with 4 kills. 5 kills. And the Marines, there's a good bunch of Marines. Looks like they'll be able to chase this guy off. But still, 5 kills there. Very, very cost effective so far for Maddie, especially since the Banshee has not died. That makes things very, very nice. Do have Stim about to be complete. I assume HectIC going to try and Stim in here in just a moment. Stim! And almost getting the kill there. Nice little control there from Maddie. Does reveal the Stim, and now we've got Cloak, which is going to make things a lot more difficult for HectIC. Good scan going down. Taking out one of those Banshees very, very quickly. This one almost going down as well. It's only picked up 1 kill so far. Got to be careful, even with that Cloak. You got to be so careful. Looks like Maddie going to be whapping away at the tech lab here for just a few moments. Good little snipe. It actually does put you behind there quite a bit. HectIC currently supply blocked as well. And Maddie working on some tanks now back here at his base. Siege tech on the way as well. And a good bunch of Marines at the ready to accompany here in just a few moments. Now looks like there's the Banshee. Banshee is going to be evacuating as well. And should get some repair going down here in just a moment. There we go. There's your repair. Looks like just the 1 base for Maddie. So it is going to turn into a 1 base all in here. 9.5 minutes in almost. So no expansion in the works. Maddie's really going to have to make the damage go and stick at this point if he expects to take down this win here. So good stuff. Go check this out real quick. Maddie. So I think HectIC won game number 1, but I can't remember for sure. Here comes your Banshee yet again. Banshee picking up 2 kills there. Not bad. We do have a missile turret going down. Stimming forward, and your scan almost killing off that Banshee. Nice control there from Maddie. Saving that guy. Oh my goodness, that was close. 8 HP left on that Banshee. Gonna have to evac that one, but looks like Maddie should be gearing up for an attack here momentarily. Got another Banshee. That's 3 Banshees still out on the field here. Pretty good unit composition. It's going to start falling behind in the supply count, however, and that's the scary part. So got to be careful, and it's time to go, I think. You got to get that damage done in the right amount of time. In the meantime, HectIC going to be cruising out across the field. Now that strikes me as a little strange, especially considering that Maddie could be going for a 1 base all in, but it does also present a problem for Maddie. It will put his siege tanks out of position with a lot of Marines potentially going down. We're going to see Maddie siege up here, I think, is probably going to be the best bet. Scan going down, trying to take out the Banshees, and indeed does. Snipes one of those Banshees there very, very quickly. But Maddie's still with a pretty large force now out on the field. These 3 siege tanks could be phenomenal DPS for Maddie. That splash could be very, very nicely done. HectIC going to be pulling some Marines and some SCVs here to try and slow these guys down. Trying to gear up for the defense. Here comes your bunker. HectIC does have a medevac out on the field. Got to be careful, wants to keep this guy alive. And the bunker is about to go down. HectIC has pulled all sorts of units. We're going to be trying to figure out who's going to be able to take this off. I mean, if HectIC's able to hold on to this base, that's really going to be a nice position for HectIC. If Maddie can snipe it, good position for Maddie potentially, but Maddie's going to need to either continue the attack or start to transition. Looks like these tanks are going to go down. HectIC pulling a lot of SCVs, though, to do this. That is no fun. 2 tanks here, still sieged up, still blasting away. HectIC starting to be way, way down in the supply count, and there's your GG. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt tab, always alt Starcraft. To catch you guys in our next game.